Hey guys, welcome back to Beyond the Edge of Owlsgard. We are deep in the factory and I feel like we are nearing the finale. I don't know, but we are going to find out and we are going to have a look at the drain.
Liquid is normally stored in there. This large drain at the bottom must be able to move it outside pretty quickly. The pipe here gets pretty narrow toward the bottom. It's only as wide as my hoof at its narrowest point.
So let's
I don't want to throw this down the drain. It's too useful.
What else? Maybe the
I don't want to
hose?
throw this down the drain. It's too useful.
Have I overlooked something again? I want to go back to the room with the computer. Because there was... Here it says edge, pool's edge. I haven't had a look at that yet, have I?
This pool must be made of something that the acid can't dissolve. It's not in too good a shape though. It crumbles a little at the edges.
Can we pick that up?
I can't remove a piece from the edge with my bare hoof. It takes more force to do that.
What about the iron bar?
That doesn't exert enough force to break off a piece from the edge of the pool. It takes more force to do that.
Then the pincers maybe?
The pincers are not strong enough to break off a piece from the pool's edge. It takes more force to do that.
What about the blade?
That doesn't exert enough force to break off a piece from the edge of the pool. It takes more force to do that.
Then the bomb?
That's not what I was supposed to blow up.
So how are we supposed to do that then?
I don't want to cut... What should the iron rod do?
Maybe the
If I
energy
put this
cell?
on the edge of the pool, it might fall in.
Okay, is there anything else? Maybe I have over hoses. Column. Can we use the hose?
It makes no sense to attach this to the column.
Okay. Pool's edge.
I can't remove a piece from the edge with my bare hoof. It takes more force to do that.
So does it have something to do with the Okay, maybe it has something to do with the robots. So let's use the lever. Okay, let's push it again.
I hate to give it to that thing. Compared to the piece that this machine hangs from, my blade looks tiny. The blade can't cut through the piece this machine is hanging from. Unfortunately, that's not very good for destroying the piece this machine is hanging from. I don't want to cut that up.
What about the pincers?
I guess that didn't do much.
Okay, so I guess now maybe?
I guess
Okay.
that didn't do much.
Now maybe?
I guess that didn't do much.
Okay. Now maybe?
Oops! Now it's hit the edge of the pool.
Okay, perfect. Ouch, break stuff. We indeed did. Okay, let's have a look.
A piece from the edge of the pool.
And let's pick that up. Let's have a look.
This wide piece came off from the edge of the pool. It's made of some material that the acid can't dissolve.
Okay, so let's go to the door. Maybe that is the thing that we need for the drain. I hope so, because otherwise I don't actually have a clue, I have to say. Okay, that was correct.
Pleasant sound of a choked up drain.
Okay, but what now? Wait. Let's go inside here again because there's an inflow.
Ugh, I hope these won't be used to flood the...
I guess they are going to get flooded. But how do we flood them? Can we close this?
Now, very carefully. Whoa! I think the coast is clear again.
Okay, so now we can re-enter if we want to? Do we want to? I guess we do? I'm going to save just to be sure, guys. Okay. Are we supposed to...
I'm Finn. Can we talk?
Showing some love for the murderous monster AI. Try to be nice.
What do I have to do to make you release the animals? You stupid thing! I'll show you!
Okay, good thing we saved. That might have been a bad idea. Okay. Let's talk again. Okay, I better stay quiet. What are we supposed to do?
Initiating usage of tank 2.
Okay. So apparently that was correct.
Rising temperature compensated by termination of the outer shell. Initiating usage of tank 1.
This can't be happening. It still works. There must be some way to get rid of this wretched creature.
I think I do know. What a no-brainer. Remove the AI's shell. We did that. So let's save. And now I'm gonna take the bomb. And apparently we beat the game.
Where are you? Finn! you here somewhere?
Gwen!
I'm so glad to see you!
I feel the same way, Gwen. Are you okay?
Are we safe now?
I don't know. For some reason, all the machines have ceased functioning. Otherwise, we might have never escaped from that horrifying place.
Have you seen Finn?
No.
We have to look for him. He must be somewhere among all these animals.
Gwen, over there.
Is that?
Oh no.
Finn!
It's him!
Gwen, Darlena, it's you.
Finn, what happened?
He was lying under the rubble by the big factory.
I made it. That creature under the factory. I destroyed it. You're safe now.
We have to help him!
Finn, stay with us. We'll get you fixed up.
Can anyone help us? Hello?
The explosion got me pretty bad, I believe.
You saved us all, Finn. Hang in there, please.
Take care, my friends.
Don't say such nonsense. Get up. Finn, stay with us. Please.
The sun is shining through the clouds. Perhaps we shall move on in that direction. Who knows? We may eventually come across a place where we're able to survive.
Yes.
Maybe someday.
You unlocked the bad ending. Next time try to unlock the alternate ending. There is still something to do, and I actually know what, so therefore guys, I am going to do that. Good thing I saved right before we did everything else. So can we? Yeah, exactly, that's what we are supposed to do. Okay, that's fine. That's all fine. That's all fine. We're gonna load. We are going to exit. Going to exit again. Come on, hurry up, Finn. We're almost there. Gonna go to the path. And we are going to go to the building and give Finn the energy cell, or Robot Finn, or whatever you want to call it, or him, or whatever. Alright, so here we are. There we are.
Got something for you.
Thank you.
Much better.
Who are you?
Fascinating. You must be a descendant of the lost race.
What?
The animals who once left this world. My creators often talked about when your kind would return from your self-created world.
Why are you me?
I'm sorry if this is all very confusing for you. I guess I owe you an explanation for this bizarre situation here. Just like you, I am the descendant of a lost kind. But in a, let's say, slightly different way. I was created by intelligent beings who, well, are sadly no longer with us. They lived in this world for a relatively short amount of time, and towards the end of their existence, they achieved an almost explosion-like technological progress.
These creatures of which our ancient texts speak. I see.
I was one of many artificial intelligences, each of them equipped a synthetic transformative body. But I guess I'm the only one left now.
A transformative body?
I figured you'd be more likely to help me if I took on your appearance. I have to say, our model of artificial intelligence was a pure work of art. We could transform our bodies into anything that was needed. We took on every conceivable job, were eager to learn, and helped our creators in word and deed. Those were fantastic times.
Are you one of those machine creatures out there?
Well, in a sense. Let's say I'm a very, very old version of them. The fact that I have not yet been found and destroyed by the current versions is almost a miracle.
What are you talking about? And what actually happened here? I'm more than confused, to be honest.
The good years of my kind were soon numbered. On the one hand, unusual behavior started to manifest in some of my species. It slowly dawned upon my creators that my kind was starting to behave in ways that were not part of our original code, and this behavior was not always of the peaceful kind. On the other hand, decade after decade, we watched as our creators were confronted with new problems of various forms, but were unable to solve them. This eventually led to countless wars. In the end, little remained of the world we used to know. We machines were soon reprogrammed and used in these wars as well. Due to our invulnerability and ability to adapt to the environment, we were superior in every way. I was one of the few artificial intelligences who remained true to the peaceful spirit of our original creators.
I'm having a hard time following your words. So you wiped out the original inhabitants of this world? The very inhabitants we animals fled from centuries ago?
My creators themselves were responsible for their sad demise. We machines simply belonged to the ones who remained. As I told you before, there were machines that began to pursue their own goals. After our creators were no longer around to prevent this, they began forming a network of sorts. They began to act like a swarm intelligence. The factories that were once built by my creators soon got repurposed into manufacturing facilities, so the number of my kind could grow and grow. That went well for them, at least until the little resources that remained were used up, which is not hard to see if you take a look at the outside areas. Since then, they've begun using scrap metal and trash to keep building their mechanical shells. By now, my kind is only a rusty, clunky shadow of its former self, riddled with defects and malfunctions. But I'm sure you've already seen that for yourself.
So that's what happened here.
Horrible, isn't it? You animals should count yourselves lucky for disappearing into your parallel world early on.
How did you get in there in the first place?
How do I break this down gently for you? You see, it wasn't really your world from the beginning.
What do you mean?
Look at the board there.
Some kind of blueprint, I suppose. And that thing looks almost exactly like the magical scepter the owls once used to create our world.
It is your so-called scepter, in the form of a blueprint that was created shortly before its development.
What? It was created by the owls!
I guess your historiography needs to be corrected a bit. To be precise, it is a creation of my kind. At a certain point, some artificial intelligences had exceeded the intellect of my creators, and from then on, they were able to construct devices that no ordinary living being would have ever been able to come up with. You can see one of those devices there. A scepter-shaped device that was capable of separating time and space. Exactly copying already existing matter in order to create something out of it that could be called a parallel world. This parallel world exists in the same place as the original world, but on a different plane of reality. A welcome solution to my creators' overpopulation problem at the time. They wanted to resettle larger parts of their population in artificially created parallel worlds. However, my creators could never estimate what would happen if the device was destroyed. Whether the created worlds would disappear forever, or whether they would even merge with ours here.
But the owls...
I think they were the ones who saw this as the perfect opportunity. My creators probably should have done something about the rapidly progressing extinction of the animals first. No one knows exactly how your kind did it, but one day, the scepter was gone. Maybe it really was the owls who did it. The next thing that my creators noticed was a sudden disappearance of almost all animals in this world.
I can't believe it.
Of course, the development of a new, identical device was started immediately, but it would have taken close to 2 decades to complete again. No one could have guessed that other things would happen by then, those things I told you about earlier. The machines were only able to enter your world when the energy of the device was slowly depleted. Something akin to holes started appearing all over your world, through which the machines could enter from then on. They used a special technology that enabled this. But I no longer have any insight into how it works.
What's happening to you?
The energy source was already quite old. It is almost depleted. I guess my time is almost up.
But...
I will now have to leave, but I promise you, you'll hear of me.
No, wait! He disappeared. What just happened here?
You saved Finn's doppelganger. Alright. So the question is, do we still get the bad ending now? I don't think so, because it was hinted during the bad ending that all we have to do is actually just save Finn's doppelganger. And that would be enough. So I suppose all we have to do is bomb the AI once again, and then we get the good ending? Question mark? We'll see. Alright. Bomb creature. Oh, I should have saved. No. Okay, this is already a little different, so I guess we did it.
Gwen? What?
He's awake!
Where am I?
We did it, Finn! You saved us all! The machines were disabled. We were able to flee.
But...
He woke up! A loud hooray for our hero! Give him a break for Hippo's sake.
We heard that you destroyed that terrifying creature under the factory.
Yes, exactly! I heard you blow it up! I'm sure that horrifying thing had no clue who it was dealing with.
a little more quiet.
What? Who told you that? And where are we? Trees and birds? Am I dreaming?
You're safe, Finn. Bolek and the others, they're all here too. We found you when we escaped from that huge building. You were lying on a mattress, somewhere outside, as if someone had placed you there for us to find.
Somebody must have taken care of all your injuries.
How? It can't be. The factory! It collapsed right on top of me!
We can't explain that either.
I think I know who did it.
Who?
Let's just say I've made a rather strange acquaintance earlier with one of these machines, but a slightly nicer one.
Right near where we found you, someone had also put a trail of little marks on the ground.
They led us here!
Finn! Mom?
And finally we get to meet his parents.
I missed you so terribly.
Oh, we missed you too, Finn.
I've been looking all over for you guys.
We were so worried about you.
Well, not me. I knew my son would teach those machines who's boss.
Stop, Dad. I'm glad nothing bad happened to you.
I'll admit, those machines weren't particularly, gentle with us.
But much worse things would have happened if you and your friends hadn't done anything.
Oh man, I got so much to tell you guys. But where are we?
Well, it's hard to tell.
I guess it's some kind of reservation with trees, rivers, fields, as far as the eye can see.
That can't be.
Then come with us. We'll show you.
The king and his troops are already exploring it. Careful, Finn. Are you able to walk?
To be honest, I feel great. Mom, Dad, I'll see you in a minute. Wow.
Even though our own world is forever gone, here we may have been given a second chance.
The words of my doppelganger. Now I remember. Friends, our world did not disappear forever. It's right in front of us. The two worlds. They must have merged together after the scepter got destroyed. So now, our home is somewhere out there.
Wait a minute! Come here. Our species may never become true allies, and I can't simply forgive your kind for the century-long oppression of my people. So let me get something straight once and for all. We wolves will be there, dear. Maybe not as part of the rest of the animal community, but should a new danger threaten all our lives, we will be at your side.
Well, this comes unexpected. You know, I understand you. All these stories about you wolves that our grandparents passed on to us, they've probably been driving an unbreakable wedge between our species for centuries. But who knows? Maybe one day, we'll be able to coexist peacefully, without having to divide our territory.
I will do my best to uphold that, but the rest will depend on you. Put in a good word for me with your king. And Jarlina, there are a few things I'd like to talk to you about on occasion. Things I don't know if I can ever make up for.
We'll see, Father.
It's all so surreal. I still can't believe everything that's happened. Our whole world, our whole history. It was all very different from what we believed for centuries.
Now we know the truth, and we should make the best of it.
We have a lot to tell the others, and many things to take care of before things can get somewhat back to normal. But above all, we have a new history to write.
You unlocked the good ending, a game by Watch the Toast. Alright guys, this would be the part where I tell you what I think of the game, give you a little review. But I actually already did that in a short video itself. You can check that out on my channel. Just go to my channel and right above somewhere there is a playlist which I started new with this game actually, with some reviews and what I think about them. I just want to say I do recommend this one. But if you want a more in-depth review, just check that out. It's quite fun, it's short, and it will give you, in my opinion, on the game without any spoilers. So, I guess this is it, and the part where we part. So, I want to thank you for joining me on this journey, and I hope to see you in my next Blind Let's Play. See you soon.